The Italian Wine Podcast is the community-driven platform for Italian wine geeks around the world. Support the show by donating at italianwinepodcast.com. Donate €5 or more and we'll send you a copy of our latest book, My Italian Grape Geek Journal, absolutely free. To get your free copy of My Italian Grape Geek Journal, click Support Us at italianwinepodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. Grazie mille.
For all the super wine geeks out there, we have a special new series dedicated to you. We are reading excerpts from our new edition of Italian Wine Unplugged 2.0. Wine lovers, tune in for your weekly fix only on Italian Wine Podcast. If you want to own a copy of this new must-read Italian wine textbook, just go to Amazon.com or visit us at mamajumboshrimp.com.
Grechetto. Description: the historical relevance that the Greek world had on the culture, traditions, food, viticulture, and wines of Italy, particularly in the southern and central parts of the country, is still reflected today in the fact that several modern-day Italian grape varietals have a Greco-sounding name, in spite of minimal genetic proof of any relationship with any ancient Greek varietal. Two of these are the Grechettos, Grechetto di Orvieto and Grechetto di Todi, aka Pignoletto, and they are genetically unrelated. Grechetto di Orvieto, that also goes by other synonyms such as Grechetto, Grechetto Bianco, Grechetto Spoletino, is most commonly grown in Umbria, with some plantings on the border with Lazio. Due to its success in the region, the grape has come to be considered native most specifically in the area of Orvieto, producing the historically renowned white Orvieto wines. Grechetto di Todi, as it's called in Umbria, or Pignoletto, as it's called in Emilia-Romagna, this name seems to originate from Pinolieto, a name given to the variety by Pliny the Elder in his Naturalis Historia masterpiece. Has other synonyms such as Grechetto Gentile, Alioncina, and most genetically Grechetto. It is commonly planted in the Emilia region of Italy and specifically in the hilly territory surrounding the province of Bologna to produce the Colli Bolognesi Pignoletto wines. Also found in the Colli Martani area in Umbria, near the historic town of Todi. And the vineyard. Grechetto di Orvieto finds its best expression in the Orvieto DOC area, where both the altitude and exposures play a key role. The humid climate of this area is considered to be temperate, and the soils are composed of tough rocks of volcanic origin with good drainage. It is a variety that has good resistance to the cool climatic conditions of this area, as well as a resistance to Peronospora, but it can be affected by oidium. Grechetto di Orvieto can be vinified alone or blended, as most commonly happens, with Trebbiano Toscano, Malvasia Bianca, Chardonnay, and Sauvignon Blanc. In recent years, the best producers have moved away from overuse of blending partners and have begun to vinify Grechetto di Orvieto as a varietal, including a superior style which has raised its profile and produced wines that can be age-worthy. Grechetto di Todi Pignoletto thrives in the hills surrounding the city of Bologna, where the soils are predominantly composed of marls, conglomerates, and layered sandstone, and rain is quite common and abundant. The ideal training system is Grillo, and the vine is quite resistant to winter cold as well as possible spring frosts. In the glass, when vinified as a single varietal and its dry secco expressions, Grechetto di Orvieto is dry with good acidity and structure and delivers a variety of aromas that go from pear to apple to hazelnut and floral nuances of acacia, chamomile, and hay. Grechetto di Todi Pignoletto makes dry white wines that are sapid and carry aromas of citrus fruits and herbal, mostly stainless steel vinified. Specific styles. Grechetto di Orvieto, under the Orvieto DOC appellation, comes in a variety of styles such as secco, abboccato, amabile, dolce, as well as made by grapes from Vendemmia tardiva, late harvest, and Muffa nobile, botrytis affected, Grechetto di Todi Pignoletto is typically vinified as a still dry wine under the Colli Martani DOC, although a sparkling version is allowed. Under the Colli Bolognesi Pignoletto DOCG, the wines are typically still, although both frizzante and spumante versions are permissible. At the table, the wines made with Grechettos represent the landlocked territories of Italy with a mixture of volcanic and other soils grown on and near the foothills of the Apennines. The wines match quite well with soups made from legumes and vegetables, pasta e fagioli, and also grilled white meats and young cheeses.
Coming back to America, Vinitaly International Academy, the ultimate Italian wine qualification will be held in New York City from 4 to 6 March 2024. Have you got what it takes to become the next Italian wine ambassador? Find out at vinitaly.com.
Associated regions and DOPs: Emilia, Colli Bolognesi Pignoletto DOCG, Pignoletto DOC, Umbria, Colli Martani DOC, Orvieto DOC, Todi DOC. Benchmark producers: Orvieto, Barberani and Sergio Mottura, Colli Martani, Arnaldo Caprai, Colli Bolognesi Pignoletto, Manaresi. Grignolino. Description: found in Piedmont, it is a historical grape variety documented at least since the mid-13th century in the region's Monferrato area. Its name derives from grignole, referring to the grinding of one's teeth due to the characteristic high acidic and tannic intensity of the wines. Another possible origin stems from the word gragnola, which refers to the high number of pips in the berries. Throughout the centuries, the wines were highly sought after and appreciated due to the lighter color and elegance. Several biotypes are available, yet it is minimally planted today, roughly 1% of Piedmont's surface. In the vineyard, requires ample sunlight. Location of the vineyards is key to fully ripen the berries and tame its acidic tannic bite. Soil types can range from sand in Asti to terre bianche, calcareous clay in Alessandria. Side ventilation is another relevant factor to avoid unwanted rot due to Grignolino's fist-tight bunch. Overall, it is a challenging variety as it suffers from miller and age and asynchronous maturation and produces only small quantities of wine due to its small berries. In the glass, typically fairly light in color, the nose delivers aromas of strawberry and raspberry as well as fresh flowers. On the palate, a crunchy acidity and pointy tannic structure make the wines always quite refreshing. Specific styles: dry, still, mostly only still fermented and then bottle refined, as wood aging would only add more unnecessary tannins. At the table, complementary with mountain, herbal, and soft cheeses, as well as antipasto. Associated regions and DOPs: Piedmont, Grignolino del Monferrato Casalese, DOC. Benchmark producers: Bricco Mondalino, Braida. Grillo. Description: found mainly in Sicily, it has been popular because it grows well and has potential oxidative characteristics well suited to Marsala. Its name derives from the word pips or grilli in the local dialect. Predominantly found on the western side of the island, it is a crossing between two grapes, Catarratto Bianco Lucido and Moscato di Alessandria. It also has two biotypes, Grillo Vecchio and Grillo Nuovo. Nuovo is more widely planted and it is less susceptible to miller and age. The grape is also called the chameleon as it expresses itself according to the producer's style, winemaking methods, and terroir. In the vineyard, grows well in higher temperatures and handles drought while still producing vigorously. Without the proper care, it leans toward a higher alcohol and sugar content and can be susceptible to sunburn. With careful management of the canopy, Grillo is capable of a long hang time. Debate remains about best practice in the cellar to protect aromas without masking authentic characteristics. In the glass, straw yellow in color, lovely freshness, soft fruitiness, especially when made with minimal intervention methods. If grown in warmer areas, it can be more tropical on the nose, as well as having sun blossom and exotic mango and papaya aromas. In contrast, some will have notes of green fruits such as apples and citrus and hints of grass. Specific styles: dry, still white wines, occasional late harvest, and plays a large role in the blends of Marsala. At the table, lighter pastas, fresh peas and basil, spritz of lemon, fresh sardines on toast, rustic salads, and seasonal vegetable dishes like asparagus with crispy bacon, topped with pine nuts, and soft cheese dishes like tomato and burrata salad. Associated regions and DOPs: Sicily, Contessa di Sclafani DOC, Alcamo DOC, Sicilia DOC, Marsala DOC, IGP Terre Siciliane, some plantings in Apulia. Benchmark producers: Feudo Montoni, Cusumano, Donna Fugata.
Listen to the Italian Wine Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Himalaya FM, and more. Don't forget to subscribe and rate the show. If you enjoy listening, please consider donating through ItalianWinePodcast.com. Any amount helps cover equipment, production, and publication costs. Until next time, Cin Cin.